Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Today I bring you a video on insane luck, what I got after 100 plus Driftsmelts, my best tips and tricks. So this video will showcase my results after 100 plus Driftsmelts. That was a lot. It is a lot. And I'm going to give you all the details and basically how long it took for each and every relevant skill I'm looking for. If you want a full build, which is what the term I use, a full build, which is a full Driftsmelt build, that takes a lot of time. And this isn't clickbait, as I've gotten much luckier than others with getting a full build. Like I mentioned, I take and define a full build as having a full Driftsmelt build. I have a full Driftsmelt build that was beyond 100, but I'm going to tell you what I got within 100. I will also be analyzing odds of getting the skill you want and comparing my results to that. So, and everything, this is RNG. I've played many gacha games. Many. And some units were much more powerful than others, so we kept rolling and getting them. Sadly, in Monster Hunter now, actually, thankfully in Monster Hunter now, we don't have anything like that. There is no super unit or super skill that's locked behind a paywall that you can use against someone else that's going to be really, really strong. Thankfully, it's not. But it doesn't hurt to do the math and see the odds of getting what you want. I will also provide insight on my personal view on Driftsmelting and how it affects the game. First, we're going to start off with the analysis for the odds of getting the skill you want. In a not-so-RNG world, you wouldn't be able to get the same skill when you roll. But you can for Driftsmelting. So when you roll Driftsmelt skills, when you roll them, you have a chance of getting the same, as we see right here. So with that being said, we need to look at the odds, or rather, so this, I know there's some, I hate math, there's some math whiz out here, so we're going to do some general math just to see what your actual chance is. Like, here's like the chances. There are currently 21 skills for Driftsmelting. 3 parameters, attack, defense, and affinity, along with the parameter values. For attack and defense, the highest I've seen is 16 for attack and defense, and up to 4% for affinity, so 1 to 14%. So we're going to take all of these factors into account, put them together, and we're going to see, so, what estimated percentage or theoretical percentage it is to get the skill you want if you Driftsmelt. Alright, next we have calculating the odds of getting the skill you want. So my math was wrong the first time around, so thanks to someone from my community who knows math way more than I do and corrected me. I appreciate it, because this is the actual estimate. And so it's not much better than what I originally estimated. It is right though. So let's assume the total combination of parameters you get is 36 based on what I've gotten and researched. This is hypothetical. You could get higher, you get lower. I don't know. This is just what I've seen around. So it's just hypothetical number. So we have 21 skills times 36 total parameter values: attack, defense, and affinity. With that, you do 21 times 6, because there's 36 total parameter combinations. So that equals 756 combinations. There are 756 roll combinations. So let's just assume you're hunting for one skill regardless of the parameter. That would be 36 divided by 756. So we're looking for one with 36. We don't care about the parameter. And then multiply that by 100. You get 4.7619. There's more to this, but I'm not going to go through the entire thing because it's I'm not about that life. I'm too lazy to do it. Actually, I'm just too lazy to do it. If we round that up, it's 4.8%. So just round it up. And this is the odds of getting what skill you want. So per roll, you have a 4.8% chance. If you aren't looking at the parameters, just the skills, you just want the skill itself, it's 4.8%. Don't ever re-roll for a new skill. If you see these odds, it's not worth re-rolling for a better parameter. Just get the skill. It's much easier that way. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, here's what I got in 100 plus Driftsmelts. So here's what I got with the relevant skills I wanted for my build. For my first one was Burst Level 1. And I got it in 1 smelt. That's 0.13% odds. I was going absolutely ballistic when I got this. Luckily, no one was around when they saw my car. Why can't I get this for shundos? In Pokemon Go, I hunted over 1,500 Rayquaza. I got 7 hundos, but no shundo. Meanwhile, White Alt can get a shundo. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, for the second one, I got Burst Level 1 at 42 smelts. So my second one, I got it within 42 smelts, which actually isn't that bad, but taking all things into consideration, 42 after 1, it's really painful. As you see right here, for the roll on my Van Braces, I was full and I was like, you know what, let me go for it. And then there you go, here's my second burst. So I feel really lucky that even 42 I got it, because it could have been a lot worse. For my third smelt, I was looking for burst 1 as well, and I did that in 24 smelts. For my fourth one, which is weakness exploit level 1, that's what I was looking for, I got it in 30 smelts. So putting that together in 96 smelts, I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's 96 smelts. I got 4 skills that I really, really wanted. So I consider myself really lucky. 4 relevant skills for my full build and only 100 smelts. Mind you, if it's really 4.8%, that's still really, really low. I got really lucky. You could roll, I'm fully confident you could roll like 100 more and you could still get the skill you don't want. So again, take all of this into consideration if you decide to insta-smelt or spend money, or if you're really, really have the FOMO, like the fear of missing out, it's really low. Like, I was wrong. I thought it was 1.6%. It's actually 4.8. That doesn't make it much better. It's still really, really low. But wait, there's more. How many gems I used versus travel kilometers? So if you're going to do 100 plus Driftsmelts, well, that's not, well, unless you're a madman, I think it's totally possible within the time Driftsmelting has been out. If you run ultra marathons, and if it runs accurately as far as registering your kilometers. But out of 100 Driftsmelts, about 5 of them were from 5 kilometer smelts. So I didn't use insta-smelt for 5 of them. That leaves 95 insta-smelts used. So here's the math we're going to put together. 95 times 60, which is the cost of insta-smelt, I spent 5,700 gems. So 5,700 gems. 5,700 gems equals 56.99 US dollars. I'm not sure how it converts for some of y'all, but I know because you're on different countries, etc. But yeah, that's for USD. 57 bucks. So 95 Driftsmelts equals 475 kilometers. If I didn't Driftsmelt, that would equal 295.1 miles. I run 20-30 miles a week for half marathon/marathon training. One more half marathon training right now for cardio, and that would take me like 10 weeks to get that much. So yeah, I'm glad insta-smelt exists, but yeah, that's a lot of gems and a lot of drift gems you have to get just to smelt in general. And here's why drift smelting builds need data to support them. As we see, the theoretical odds using condition I set are 4.8% to get the skill you want. That's really low. Thank you to the person that corrected me again. I was wrong. Again, I said I suck at math, and I still suck at math. But putting that together, it's still stupid low, 4.8%. What are the odds of getting struck by lightning? I think it's like 1 in like 10,000 or something like that. So at least it's better than getting struck by lightning, right? This doesn't take into consideration you have to hunt a mass number of large monsters to get those driftstones to begin with. Most of the ones I got, I think for the first 3 were from Zenogres. The rest were from, like, it was a lot. So it was from like another monster, but still, you see how many, like 400 monsters to get all the driftstones I needed to get 4 bursts. No, not 4 bursts, 3 bursts. I also doubled a lot of my driftstones to get more chances to roll, so I didn't even put that in consideration in there as well. That's why it's important to go to mhn.quest and punch in the numbers. You want to make sure you have data that supports you rolling a 4.8% chance to get a skill. As a former professional Pokemon Go PvP analyst, but absolute crap at math, I got praised by pvpoke.com. He's the equivalent of Sammy by mhn.quest for my work in Season 1 Go Battle League. I'm proud to say that I have credibility as an analyst in another game, because it took hundreds of hours to break this team. Y'all have no idea how impressive legendary Pokemon were in Season 1. Like, I was getting destroyed. But I still managed to make the leaderboard at 174, which was my greatest accomplishment in Pokemon Go. I was the only one to ever break Season 1 Master League and did a whole lot of work doing it. So definitely proud that I do that. So again, grateful, and all of that helped me become better as an analyst for this game as well. But I'm still studying. There's always something you can work on. Last but not least, here's my tips and tricks for drift smelting. You could drift smelt into the same piece you are walking with insta-smelt. However, I wouldn't recommend this just in case, for the extremely rare case, you somehow end up getting the same skill you are looking for. It hasn't happened to me. I did it on accident. Thankfully, I didn't. But yeah, you could do it in the same one, but it's best practice to just have one walking and another drift smelting. Best practice to do that. Drift smelt into the build you use the most, then branch out. So use the one you use the most. For me, it's Belos. Of course it's Belos, because all I use is Belos, right? No, I just did light bowgun here in this video. I do other weapons too. But I'm not going to build that one. You know why? Because the thing about it is you never want to reroll a bad parameter if it's not worth it. And consider the timing of major updates before you start drift smelting into a new build. We have another major update coming soon. So there's gonna be better skills in the future, at least I'm predicting. So yeah, don't drift smelt into a build you're not gonna use the most. And you do not need drift smelting to go far into the post game. You can take out 8 to 9 star monsters just fine without it. The grind is real and relies on a great amount of luck to get the skill you want. So you're still begging RNGesus, even though my math was wrong. My math was wrong because someone smarter than me and corrected me, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you for doing that. It's still only 4.8%. That's terrible. Not terrible. I mean, I'll take 5% odds. If I was like fighting and I still had a chance to win, which happened a lot of times for me in wrestling and jiu-jitsu, I'm taking that 5% because you're gonna go for broke and hope that 5% gets you the W. Hopefully this video gives you an idea of the odds and pacing of drift smelting. As someone that has a full build, one complete drift smelt build, I can attest it's powerful, but it's not a must-have. You could still take out 8 to 9 star monsters without this build. It's factual. You don't need it. But it's a nice to have, so enjoy your journey. That being said, please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Good luck on your rolls. I wish you the best of luck, better luck than I do, because this thing's really hard. Good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.